I believe that command is an honour, and I feel honoured to have served my country. However, I had to leave the army because I'm a lesbian.
For 15 years, LGBTQ+ identities were hidden from public life by the order of Section 28. Generations of LGBTQ+ young people were deprived vital education about their identities.
For decades, same-sex couples were denied the right to form families of their own.
Many couples were denied access to IVF services and had to fight for their civil partner to be recognised in law as the parent to their children.
For years, LGBT people were not protected in law. Those who were publicly out were often met with violence or pressured into harmful conversion practices.
Personally, I didn't always feel like I belonged in sport. Swimming has been part of my life for as long as I can remember, but I also remember feeling quite lonely and isolated in the different thoughts and feelings that I had. And I never wanted to be seen as being too weak or make other athletes feel uncomfortable around me in the changing room. For that reason, I suppressed my sexuality for so many years, just like many other athletes do.
Stonewall made history by supporting a case that went to the European Court of Human Rights, which resulted in service in the military being decriminalised. And I remain incredibly proud of that. I know what it's like to be discriminated against, humiliated and threatened. And I don't want that to happen to anyone else in our community or indeed elsewhere.
Thankfully now, people talk, people share their stories and their journeys, and people can discover who they are much earlier in life. They can see possibility and joy in their future, and they can live with authenticity and true integrity. Now, the fight continues to save our RSHE curriculum, reduce LGBT bullying in schools, and protect trans young people from potentially damaging government guidance.
We started our baby journey in 2020.
We decided to take legal action for fertility equality.
And while we do have a victory, the fight is far from over.
We're still on our baby journey,
And we hope to become a two-mummy family soon.
Now, the fight continues to remove financial barriers to same-sex couples accessing IVF.
And supporting Italian rainbow families who face threats to their parental status.
Those of us in religious or cultural communities, we can sadly still be very wary of being open about our true authentic selves for fear of ongoing discrimination and hate, sanctioned by exemptions in law. So the fight continues to protect the Equality Act, to tackle rising hate crime, and finally to bring about a ban to abusive conversion practices which tragically ruin the lives of so many LGBTQI people in Britain today.
Now, 10 years since Rainbow Laces first launched, we're seeing a record amount of out and proud queer athletes being true to their own identity. From the likes of Tom Daley to Jake Daniels, Nicola Adams to Beth Mead, and I think now especially, sporting people feel like they belong in sport. I'm so proud to be a Stonewall sports champion, and now it's my mission to help pave the way for young LGBTQ+ people in sport, to make them feel empowered by their own identities, and to make sure that whether it's in training or competitions, they always bring their authentic self.
Since its inception in 1989, Stonewall has been involved in every major social and legal battle for LGBTQ+ equality.
We're proud of how far we've come, but the battle is far from over.
Our hard-won rights are under attack, and we refuse to go backwards. It's time to make history again.
Your support has helped us get there. We're asking for your support for what comes next.
Let's fight for a world where all LGBTQ+ people are free to be, and let's do it together.